Sorry, my camera hand is now shaking, and it's the first demo. Fuck that. It's a heat wave today. It's bright and sunny. Basically, yeah, it's a heat wave. It's meant to get, I forgot how much it's meant to get to, but probably nearly 40, or maybe in the high 30s. Yeah, it's not nice. I don't like it. I don't do things like swimming, so I don't appreciate the heat. But basically, yeah, I'm trying to get this stuff. Now, this silly dumbass nerds will inherit the copy. Well, this dumbass user interface, I really hate it. But yeah, I'm trying to get my stuff on television to locate a long lost partner. His name is Luigi, and it's hot here in this bedroom. It's probably going to be the hottest we've had this season. I still haven't used my fan, my cooling fan, so hopefully I won't have to still. Anyway, let's see what we've got. We've got here, it's a note. Oh, that's interesting. That looks almost 3D through this camera. I'll just show it better. That looks good. But basically, I think we're going to photocopy the front of it. It's a notepad. Not a notepad, a notebook. So it's just got pages and it's got this Andy Warhol theme. I don't know whether to do the front or to do the inside. They both look really good. We'll do the front. We'll do the front of it. But basically, I'm really longing to get in touch with my loved one, Luigi, who I really, really miss. I miss him dearly, and it's really hard getting in touch with him. I can't find him on Facebook. I don't even know or remember his last surname, his actual surname, should I say. Not last surname, what am I talking about? You gotta laugh. Some of the things that come out when I talk really can be quite funny. Anyway, that looks really quite funny. I think we could probably use that. I don't know how we're going to make it. It looks good, but I wonder where the centre of this job is going to be. But that looks really quite interesting. I'm going to make this. Going to go. Now, where's the centre of the job going to be? It's going to be there. For some reason, my intuition's telling me to do it there. Anyway, let's just make this look different. Actually, I'm actually thinking we can do another one. So I'm just going to go back here, and we're just going to do another. I'm going to make this a really good demo, folks. But basically, I really miss my partner, and it's really been extremely difficult trying to do some really good demos to get the TV channels interested, to get my love story published. It really is lonely without my partner. I'm not designed to be alone. I don't function well as a loner, and this looks shit. So I really hate being a loner and trying to do something. I'm going to put it back on there. So I'm trying my best to make my videos interesting as possible, to make them really catch the eye of the viewer. They don't always turn out. Not all my videos are really good. Some of them turn out shit, and I often get very angry at myself as an artist, and we've got the same as that for some reason. So I get angry at myself often, and I think a lot of artists do get that way when their work doesn't work out as well as it should. A lot of artists do get very pissed off with themselves, and it just seems to come with the territory of being an artist. To be an artist indeed is not an easy thing, because because normally it doesn't earn money. It costs money. You know, you got to work a normal job to support your passion, to feed it. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere. Now, that looks interesting, but it still looks shit. But basically, it's really hard to make money or even just to get recognition for art. Art is not an easy thing to break into. Maybe, I guess Andy Warhol was one of the fortunate ones when it came to art. But basically, a person like myself, I'm just a person who is an artist, and I don't get any payment for it. Oh, I've had people occasionally buy work off me, sure, but it's nothing really, insignificant amount of money that I've made, and it's just been sunk into doing art in general. Now that again looks nice, but it's not quite what I'm after. But basically, I really feel as an artist, I haven't cracked the big time. It really is a difficult thing to work as an artist. But basically, you do it because you're passionate about it. It's not about the money in the end. I don't know how this is going to look. This one has potential. I just have to find a sweet spot in the image, and I just can't seem to find it. I feel the first one was the best, even though it's still not the greatest. But it's really hard being an artist, and my dad and my brother haven't been at all supportive of what I do. They're my critics, harshest critics. Believe it or not, my family. But I have to keep going with it because it's what I'm good at. And I try my best. And the good thing I like about today is the social media side of things. Now, this again is not finding a really good. We seem to be hitting lots of bum notes on this one. It seems like the first one was the best one. I'm wondering if we're going to use this first one, and maybe that there is going to be the centre of the job. But basically, it's really difficult being an artist, trying to use your talent, and and most people art is something that's not recognised like pure money making careers. Like, art is just not something that you can make money out of for the most part. It's a shame because art feeds the soul, and it doesn't have to be all about the money, but the money is what pays and puts food on the table. If you're an artist like myself and, I'm disabled, I can't work in a normal job. I do get payments. I do get welfare not welfare, what's the word? Social Security to keep me alive. And I work in a sheltered workshop, so I do have a way of surviving, but I can't survive through my art. Art is costing me a fucking fortune that I can just barely afford. I don't get sponsored. I'm not a person who's been sponsored. Now that's a bit too long, but basically I've never had any help sponsorship. I've had the occasional sponsorship, I suppose, but not much. Very rare. I had some pictures framed when I was young, and I had them put in an art contest, but I never made anything of it. And I never had any sponsorship from the photocopier industry like they did in the 90s with artists sometimes. I could not secure sponsorship from the company called Canon. We all know Canon. My brother used to work for Canon, and I think it was the COVID-19 that took his job at Canon. That looks better. Maybe we could still make it a bit shorter, but basically art does not pay. Unless you're very fortunate, you got the right connections. I'm a person that has not made any useful connections. So, except for, as I was saying, just the odd picture framing, nothing really. And it's really hard being an artist when I'm wondering which one we're going to use. I think that one looks better. It's got some of the hair. But basically it really isn't an easy road, being an artist. It really is a difficult thing. And the only way I can see my work getting any recognition is if I can create a viral TV campaign as well as a viral social media campaign. I need both to really make it happen. And it's not just about me, it's about finding this person called Luigi who I lost. I'm trying to find him, and this is the only way I can locate him is to show him I'm out there, because I don't know where he is, folks. I don't know where Luigi has gone. I don't even remember his last name. So I need help from the public once this stuff goes to air, because there's just no way I'm going to find Luigi just through social media alone, because social media requires a lot of people power. It still requires viewership, it still requires people, everyday people, whereas TV is like people watch anything, almost anything that comes up on the screen, and they will probably watch this stuff if the fucking TV channels had did the right thing and aired my stuff. But it's not as easy as it looks trying to get airplay. Wondering if there is a different way of displaying this, because we've got here the face there. That looks good there. Actually, I'm thinking it probably doesn't. I don't think it needs a switcheroo. Maybe I could do. Shit, I can't decide whether to switch it or not, because this is a really big ticket item in my books. I do like, this is really nice artwork. I just want to do it some justice. I was probably right in the first go that I didn't have to switch it, but let's see if we can make this Marilyn Monroe thingy look something better. But basically I'm really missing my partner Luigi, and it's really hard to find him, and I need the help from the TV channels to get my stuff. Yeah, that looks good as well. I think the first arrangement looked better, to be honest. I think now we can call it quits.